Welcome back to Starfield, everyone. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to build the Castle of Lions starship without mods or any glitch building. Now, this is the largest ship you can build as far as bottom to top, left to right, front to back. Now, even if you don't build this exact ship, you could always use this video as a template for something much cooler. Choice is yours. Now, let's talk requirements. First off, you are required to be level 60. Max out your piloting skill. Max out Starship Design. The skills are super easy to level up, but hitting 60 might take you some time if you're not there yet. Now, for a full list of the core components we're going to be using, pause this video and take a look in the description. I have it all listed. Now, some of them you can buy in multiple places. If you have an outpost, most of them can be found there, but honestly, just go to each dealership. Now, when I say core components, I'm talking about the landing gear, the cockpit, landing bay, grav drive, engines, fuel tank, and of course the reactor, and your shield. So whatever ship you want to upgrade, pretty much travel to these locations, get your core components, slap it on your starship. It's going to look really derpy, but once you have all the core components, come on back to Neon City, and of course talk to the ship technician, because we're going to be doing the main building on Neon. Okay, now assuming you didn't skip past all the information I just barely said, let's start this project. I always like to start with the landing bay. You can use whatever landing bay you want, but this is just the one I went with. And pay no attention to the ship itself. I'm trying to keep it within sight so I don't mess myself up. Okay, so that landing bay you're going to want right in the middle of your screen. Me, it's just over on the side just to make your life easier. Okay, now go ahead and grab yourself a 1x1 hab. You can use whichever one you want. Me, I just decided to go with Shroud. And plop it right behind this landing gear. And to make this go quicker, just hover your mouse over it and duplicate it. You want to go one up, one over, one more up, and another over. Next up, you are going to want a Shroud cowling, and you're going to place it right in the middle. Not the bottom, the middle, right here. And go ahead and duplicate this. Put one just above it. And we're going to duplicate it again. Put it right there. And again. Boom. Now hold off on the landing gear. Just keep your landing gear far away and we'll come back to that. As long as your ship is level, you're all set. And now you need a Shroud nose cap C. Plop it right there on the bottom. And again, we're going to duplicate it. Put one right on top. Now come on back to this Shroud cowling. Duplicate it again. Flip it. And make sure it goes down one. So it's in the middle. And duplicate it again. Make sure it goes right on top. Whoops. Press the wrong button too. Now come on back to the Shroud nose cap C. Duplicate it. Flip it. Put it here and make sure it goes down one. And duplicate it again. Plop it up one. So it should look just like that. Alright, now here's a little tip. Make things a lot easier. Take your landing bay. Just plop it over here just for 2 seconds. Well, a minute. Double click this and see how it's all red? Go into your duplication mode. Boom. Check it out. And go ahead and go up a few floors. Plop it here. We will come right back to that. Because it's not going to be up there. It's going to be like slightly down more, but it's in the way. Alright, now you're safe to put the landing bay back where it was. Because you don't want the landing bay to get duplicated with that whole thing. And grab your landing gear. And go ahead and plop it right under there. So for this one wing, you're going to want 3 of these landing gears. And assuming that you already looked at the description, I would have listed how many you needed to buy. You can put one here, one there, and one there. You don't really need 3, but it just looks better this way. Okay, and on a side note, in case any of you are noticing my money over here, ignore that real quick, because I'm just simply deleting stuff as I go. I can only have so many stuff built, and I already reached the module limit, so had to do what I had to do. Okay, so let's go ahead and duplicate this entire thing again. Boom! And one more time. Ba-boom! So you should have 4 total. Now you are going to have to move stuff around as you build. Okay, so before we go any further with this right wing and the bottom right wing, they need to be backwards, inside out. Yeah. If I don't confuse anybody. Alright, so go ahead and just move a few things around. The easiest thing to do this is grab these mini things, plop them there, take you, make sure you turn it around, just like that. And these suckers, flip them, and that sucker, flip it. Same with these. Perfect. That's just how it's gotta be. And you know, if you want to save even more time, double click this, whoop, delete it. Come back up here, double click it, duplicate it, and boom. See how easy that was? Okay, now I'm going to show you this wonderful spot design. And even if you don't use these wings in your ship design, this middle part here, yeah, I can definitely see that being used in other stuff. So, hey, to each their own. You could even turn this one middle piece into a ship by itself. Oh boy, it has promise, I tell you. Okay, but right before that, we need to do one minor thing. Duplicate that 1 by 1 on all of these. The only reason that didn't duplicate is because this one down here was a landing bay, and we need it to be a regular 1 by 1 hab. And go ahead and duplicate this one more time. Okay, so it should look like that. Okay, so come on back over here, and we are going to want 3 total in the middle. So we're duplicating these suckers 1 by 1s. There's 1, 2, and 3. Now go ahead and double click this and move it down. Boom, just like that. 3 in the middle, and if you look at it from this side, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And of course, do the same thing for the side. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. One too many. Perfect. Oh, and of course, before I forget, if you haven't placed the landing gear on this side, definitely do that now. Now, I will point out that the bottom of this landing gear is showing red, but that's just because this is not connected to anything. So pay no attention to that right now. And here, just so we don't get distracted, plop it over there. Alright, come on back to the spots. Okay, so grab yourself one more Stroud Cowling, plop it right here. Now for this part, you can use whatever one you want as long as it curves up like this. I decided to go with the Talo braking engine. Now just because it says engine in the name, this isn't an engine, it's a structure. So, you know, pay no attention to that part. Now grab any hab you want as long as it's a 2 by 1. And I highly recommend using the captain's quarters. at least for your first one. But whichever one you want to do. Plop it right next to this Stroud Galleon. And grab yourself a Stroud Nose Cap B and place it right in front of that hat. So it looks just like that. Alright, so go ahead and duplicate this sucker one more time. Bring it over here and make sure you flip it. And then go ahead and duplicate this one. And boom. Okay, so now we need some more halves. We need them 3x1s. The 3x3s do exist in the game, but for this specific build, I am just going to use a 3x1. It's up to you if you want to use the engineering bay or the all-in-one. Your choice. We want one there, and one there. Now, grab this bottom Stroud Galleon, duplicate it, and move it up. Duplicate it again, flip it, and now for one more 2x3, you can duplicate the bottom right here, and if you duplicate one of these halves, you can still click the arrow and choose which one you want to be. The control station is great if you want extra crew members, which I highly recommend. And plop it right here. Okay, now get yourself a Stroud Nose Cap B for top. And plop it right here. Okay, going to point out one minor detail. These 3x1 halves, they need to be forward just by one. So simple fix. All three of them forward just by one. Perfect. Sometimes the camera can be a little finicky, so you just have to mess with that. Alright, next up on the list is a Teo Galleon for top. Plop it there. And if I said that 2 minutes ago or 30 seconds ago, sorry. So go ahead and duplicate you and plop you over there. Another option for that is the Deimos Galleon 4. However, it is not on Neon City, or Neon Town, whatever you want to call it. Now grab this gigantic Cabot Bridge and plop it. Plop it right there. It's a bit of a beast. It's, yeah, about the only cockpit that's about 2 blocks high and 3 blocks long. So, alright, so do that. Okay, now come to the back of this. Now this is the good part to place your cargo. Use whichever one you want. For the sake of this, I just went with the Galleon. Plop it right here in the middle. And grab yourself 2 more of these 1x1s. Plop you right there. And 1 more right here. Okay, now, next thing I'm going to point out is the original build did have these Nova Galleons for the wings. However, they are not found on Neon. So, this right here, Stroud Nose Cap C Port 4. However you pronounce that. This is an excellent substitute. So plop one right there. And next will be the Stroud Mid Bracer. And plop you right here. Now go ahead and duplicate these suckers. Flip it. Now duplicate you. And boom. Okay, now the fun part. Double click the middle part. And move it. Now don't let that camera bug you out. Here, plop it here. Zoom in a little bit better. Now this middle part here, this has to be right here on this middle part. Now, let me do this for example. If you let it go right here, then you're going to have to move the whole thing. So make sure you don't let it go until you're lined up. You can change the camera, but then the thing flies away on you. Alright, just like that. And click. Boom. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Hey, now guess what? Come on over here to this giant sucker. And we are moving you over. And just like the other side, make sure it is lined up with that middle. See that? That was too high. And I think that one's right. Let me get a better angle. Oh, hey, quit moving. Yes, you are perfect. Nice. Now the last thing to do is to finish moving all your core components. Now this is the shield that I have chosen. Plop it wherever you want, really. Here, let's plop you there so you're out of the way. Alright, so let us place the engines, grav drive, gas, and reactor. Now keep in mind one thing. These engines, if you go with this design, these model engines, they only connect on the sides. There's a spot on the left and on the right. And this grav drive does not connect on the sides. These fuel tanks do, and the reactor does. So me, I like to put the reactor right in the middle. Place an engine right next to it. Actually, let me zoom in just a little bit more. Oop. Well, it is what it is. Place it wherever you want. Plop an engine here. And actually, I changed my mind. On most builds, I do put the reactor in the middle. It does not matter. At this point, it's just all cosmetics. So, all three engines in the middle. Gasoline. Come on, camera, work with me. Move you up one. Move you up one. Put the reactor under there. And put you under there. Now, I'm still showing an error. Ship is missing a docker. Oh, right. I accidentally deleted that. No. Alright. Let's see. Dockers. Too far. You can choose any docker you want. You can go with the slim one, because it blends in real easy. I personally don't like the big and bulky one, so grab a slim docker. And plop it. Oh, right here. Boom! Now, 3 yellow warnings. That is just because I don't have any weapons. And this particular design does not come with weapons. Now there is one last thing to do. Double click your ship and click on the color, which for keyboard is J. Boom! See, color 1. You can paint this however you want. Now me, I went with white for the first one. White for the second one. And the third one, I went right in here for a little neon blue. Now one thing to point out, sometimes stuff like halves or these cowlings, you might want to color them individually. Bloop. See, because that one right there looks so much better than the blue stripes. But your choice how you want to color it. Or, you know what? Let's just get creative. Where'd you go? J. Color 1. Give me a black ship. Yeah. Let's see. Color 2. Make you black again. Ooh, black and neon. That's a good color combination. Needs a different shade of gold. Or you could always do the classic red. Ooh. I mean, I'm not a fan of these stripe designs, but black goes with almost anything. Your choice how you want to color it. Well, thanks y'all for watching. Now, if you follow this 20-minute guide tutorial build, blah, 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 all the way to the end, hey, do me a favor, press that like button. YouTube really responds to that like button, and it'll help me out. The more thumbs up I get, the more subscribers I get, the more stuff I make. And I have got all kinds of ship designs in my noggin. It's just a matter of building it. Alright, thanks again, and we'll see you in the next video.